my channel. My name is Fleurette. Please feel free to subscribe and like this video. Today we're talking about mental health in the black community, or more so mental health amongst black men. So if there's something you're interested in, continue to watch this video. Alright, so in the past few days we got news that Regina King, legendary actress, Oscar winner, Golden Globe winner, that her 26-year-old son had passed away and he took himself out. So this is a conversation, I feel like this is a conversation we don't seem to have a lot in the black community, although it's very prevalent in the black community as it seems. Although people like to say, oh, we don't do that, black people don't do that. The statistics show that black people do that. Especially black men. Black men take themselves out a lot. In fact, black men are more likely to take themselves out than any other race of man. I was reading today on some studies that were done here in the UK, and it showed that black men are like twice as likely to take themselves out. Suicide, obviously, take themselves out. Than white British men, black African men especially. And this is a conversation that we need to have, because although it seems from my past videos, it might seem to some people, from the vitriol I get in the comments sometimes, and the hatred in the comments from some men where they think that I'm here to bash black men, I'm here to put black men down, or I'm here to talk badly about them. I'm really not, because black men are a pillar in the black community. If the black man is not doing well, the community is not doing well. If the black woman is not doing well, the community is not doing well. Black men need to thrive and need to be doing well for the rest of us to also be doing well, for the community to also advance. I don't hate black men, I don't dislike black men, but I hate the current temperature or atmosphere or relationship that this modern black woman and black man have towards each other. There's a lot of hatred, there's a lot of denigration towards each other, and from my perception, there's a lot of it on the internet. There's a lot of it from black men towards black women. Maybe in real life it's more black men to black women to black men, maybe, but from my observation I see it towards a lot of black men on the internet talking a lot of crap. But anyways, I don't hate black men, and I want to see black men do well. So as we heard that, Regina King's young son, 26 years old, took himself out. Obviously there's something underlying there. We don't really know what was going on totally, but we know that if something like that happens, there's a mental battle that person is facing. It's very tragic to hear of a young man who's pursuing his career and he's also battling things in the background, and it seems as though he might be screaming for help, but we don't seem to hear. And I do believe there are a lot of black men out there who are screaming for help, and there's not many people hearing their screams and hearing their cries of like, help me, I'm drowning, help me, I need help, I need you to pull me up, like, encourage me. There are men out there who need that. Last year we had Michael K. Williams, who passed away from a drug overdose. So he had a secret, it was alleged that he had a secret addiction that nobody knew about. Who knows how he came into this addiction. Maybe he was having some mental issues and he didn't know how to cope and who to turn to, who to speak to, and he ended up turning to drugs, and now that took him out of this world. There's other stories I've heard of, like a young man here in the UK who was doing really, really well, had so many friends, had a business, had a good job, had so many friends, was so popular, and one morning he woke up, went to the train station and jumped in front of a train. Tragic, absolute tragedy in the black community, not just the black community in the UK, the black community overseas as well, that things like this are happening to young black men. And it's a conversation we need to have, even as women, despite what some of these men might be saying about us on the internet. I would encourage women as well, like, don't let that create a seed in your heart to hate black men. Don't let that create some type of feeling towards black men that's not good, that's not kind. There are good black men out there, there are bad black men out there, just like there's good and bad in every single community. But in this instance, when you start to read about the statistics whereby black men are more likely to commit suicide than even white men, they're more likely to actually go ahead with it and do it successfully than white men. We need to have a conversation about this. Like, what is happening to the young black man? What are you struggling with? What's going on with you? Speak to us. Don't do this to yourself. It's so tragic to hear the story of Regina's son, you know, her only son, you know. It made me, I even cried for a little bit. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, what a tragedy for her to go through. Her career's going up, her like, she's directing and she's got these movies and she's got all these things happening for her, and for this to happen to her at this moment in time is such a tragedy. And of course we lift her up in prayer, but there are other young black men just like that young man, just like Regina's son, Ian Alexander. There's other young men out there who are suffering in silence, and maybe you're looking for an answer on the internet, and maybe your answer you think is this dating guru, or maybe your answer you think is this so-called relationship expert or whatever, and they're feeding you some misinformation. You know, my advice would be anything that doesn't leave you feeling better afterwards is not something you should be consuming. Anything that creates hatred towards other people is not something you should be consuming. And if you need help with mental health, with whatever it is that you're going through, you need help, you need to call out to somebody, reach out to people. Actually reach out to them and speak to them candidly. Like, I'm suffering, I'm going through a lot right now. I think, you know, there is a lot of hatred within the black community right now. The temperature is very, very hot, but I'm never happy to hear or to hear another story of another black man taking his own life, taking the life of somebody else. And now a black woman is sitting there crying. A black mother has lost her son. Another black mother has to bury her son. That needs to come to an end. It's such a tragedy. And I encourage all black men, if you've got a problem, talk about it. If you need help, say, I need help. I need help with this. I'm suffering mentally. I can't take it. Anyways, this is just a video for this week, and I hope this video encourages black men out there. Like, be encouraged and understand that you are needed, you are wanted in the community. We need black men. We cannot advance the black community, the global black community, without black men, and we need black men to be functioning at their optimum. We need you to be healthy and well and happy, so we can have healthy and happy community and children and families. So this is just my word of encouragement to black men out there, especially young black men who are suffering. Cry out. If you need help, say you need help. Say you need help. Reach out and ask for help. Do not suffer in silence and think that, oh, I just have to take it with me. I can't cry about it. If you need to cry about it, cry about it. And don't let nobody make you feel like you're a punk because you cried. Thank you for watching my video, and make sure to subscribe and like and tune in next week for another video.